you know.
Do you see the mentality of like the companies in the Middle East changing towards like education and training? Because it was always like we know everything and we don't need somebody to advise us. We don't have this culture of having advisor or consultant. Do you see that it's changing through your career?
Well, actually, because I see both, and I worked a lot in education. There are lots of issues in education today that was not available before, and there are progress in other industries as well. I mean, there is no yes and wrong in your answer for you. You still don't see people holding a book in the metro, but you see them holding a mobile and sometimes playing, sometimes reading. Okay, and however, you saw in France, you see in France people walking on metros and trains and holding a book. So the culture of reading is still not here yet. And there's a study I've read that the average Arabic person reads 6 minutes a year. 6 minutes a year. Okay, and imagine that. Now with Facebook and social media, you read a little bit more, but still you scan. You don't read. You don't open a book and read. So the mentality is still not growing in the right direction. Education, on the other hand, it's becoming like there's more technology coming, more things happening, but the classroom itself didn't change. So I would say we're not there yet.
How can we change that? How do you think we can change that? Is it like by targeting the habits? How can we change that?
It's a mixture of things. Yeah, I mean, we have to change the habits, definitely. But at the same time, and people try to mimic or imitate others, saying like, okay, they did this in France, let's do this in Qatar. They did this in Singapore, let's do this in Bahrain. Mimicking or let's say duplicating things doesn't necessarily means it will work. We need to target the core issue of the problem and then work around it. And it will happen. I see it happening with the new generation, because you find people who speaks English now more like 200 times more than before. Okay, for example. So it is changing. You find people with mobile devices, with technology, way more than before. People like your parents, my parents, our age, they didn't use all of these things. So there is progress, there is evolution. We just need to know how to exploit it to the better good or the better advantage.